Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to explain American movie named Ash and Bone, released in year 2022. The story starts at night, where we are shown a girl who was running away in fear from someone. Looking at her fear, it seemed as if someone was going to kill her. That girl now runs away on the road. Just then a car stops after seeing her. Two people come out of it, but the girl gets very scared after seeing them. It seems that perhaps this girl was running away in fear of these people. Now both of them kill the girl with an axe. Then after that, we are shown the next day. Cassie and her family come to this town for their holidays. Cassie's family consisted of her dad and her stepmom. Cassie hated her mom very much, because she felt that her stepmother did not love her as much as her real mother did. Cassie's father had brought everyone here, so that they could all spend some time together. Now on the way, they all stops at hotel and eat food, but Cassie does not eat anything. She says, "I am not hungry." To which her dad says, "I don't understand why you always do this." After having food, they all leave to go to their place. On the way, Cassie was remembering her friend, how they used to have fun together. And how they used to spend time living in abandoned buildings and taking drugs. Now after some time, Cassie's dad reaches his place with everyone. This house belonged to his brother. But this house is in a secluded place outside the town. Cassie's dad calls his brother and asks about the house keys. But that house was already open. Cassie immediately goes inside and quickly takes her room. On the other hand, Cassie's dad explains to his wife that, "Look, you will understand Cassie soon, and it's just a matter of time, she will also start respecting you." Now while eating dinner, Cassie gets into an argument with her mom. Her dad scolds Cassie a lot for this matter. Cassie gets very angry, and she takes her dad's car and goes to town. Now she goes to a bar and asks for alcohol. But the barman refuses to give her alcohol. He says, "I think you are not even 18 years old yet." On which Cassie shows him her fake ID card. Then a man comes there and starts harassing Cassie. Two friends were sitting there, who save Cassie from the man and drive him away. Cassie goes and sits next to them, and tells them that I am new here. We have just come here to spend some time on vacation. I used to explore abandoned buildings in my city, and I loved doing all this. If there is such a place here too, please let me know, I want to go to that place. Now one of the boys tells her that yes, there is such a building. People say that earlier a family used to live in that house. But now only sister and brother lives there. They never comes out of the house, and no one has ever seen them. Don't know what both of them do at home, no one knows anything. Cassie asks them, "Did those brother and sister never come out of the house?" The girl says, "Yes, both of them never came out of the house." But here some boys and girls are disappearing, and everyone says that perhaps those two siblings are kidnapping them. But the police have no evidence against them, so they cannot arrest them. Cassie asks both of them to take her there. Both of them take her with them near their house. Cassie starts going inside their house. Both friends stop her a lot, but she does not stop. Cassie finally goes inside the house. Now both of them also have to go after it. All three investigate that house, but they do not find anything in that house. Now all three go to the basement of that house, where there was a very bad smell. They sees a sheet on which there was blood. There they also saw a camera, in which they watched a video of a girl. This was a video recording of the same girl, whom we saw at the beginning of the story. Meaning, those two people were brother and sister. In that video, these siblings were beating that girl. Seeing this, all three understand that both of them are murderers. Then they hear a voice from outside. Now those siblings had come to their house, seeing whom all three of them hide in their house. And seeing the opportunity, two friends jump out of the window. But Cassie's foot gets stuck in the hook. So now, she reaches their grandmother's room. Cassie sees a skeleton on the bed, which belonged to the siblings' grandmother. No one knew why they had kept this. Cassie gets very scared, and she also quickly escapes through the window. But the sister, who was one of the murderers, shoots at her. That bullet hits Cassie's car. But all three of them manage to run away from there. Then her brother comes there and asks her, "How will we identify these people?" Sister says, "Don't worry, I had fired on her car, we will recognize her by that mark." Now Cassie and her two friends have escaped from them, and it is already morning. Cassie asks them, "Are you guys okay?" So the boy among them says, "We are fine. But yesterday we all went to a very dangerous place. And I think they will definitely find us, we have to be careful." After which both those friends leave from there, and Cassie also comes to her home. When Cassie's dad sees the bullet mark on the car, he asks Cassie about it. To which Cassie says that she doesn't know anything about this. Cassie lies and leaves. Her dad also calls the police officer, and shows him the bullet mark. But he says that maybe some people hunt here, that's why this bullet was fired. Cassie also calls her friend, and tells her everything that happened to her. On the other side, the murderer sister-brother were sitting and talking. That sister says, "I don't know who those people were, and now they know everything about us." Then the brother says, "I know that boy, who is often in the bar." The sister says, "I also know one of the girls, who is the daughter of a bar owner." Now these two siblings had come to know about two people. They say, "We will catch them and kill them. After which we will eat their meat, and that will be very fun." But they still don't know about Cassie, because she was not from this town. Now at night, the girl, who had gone with Cassie to the siblings' house, gets a call from her friend. He was crying a lot and says, "Please save me." So she goes to her friend's house to save him. There the two siblings had caught hold of her friend, and now they have caught this girl too, and take them with them. When both regains consciousness, they found themselves in their basement. Those sibling had tied them up. Now brother asks both, "Tell me who was that other girl?" Actually here he was asking about Cassie. The boy, who was very scared, tells him everything about Cassie. After this, both of them were killed. The brother feeds the dead body of the boy to one of his animal, and after cooking the girl, both the sister and brother eat it with great pleasure. Now they also came to know about Cassie. On the other hand, Cassie, who was very upset, her mother asks her, "Are you okay?" But Cassie doesn't answer, and after telling some things to her mom, gets angry at her and goes away from there. After running away from there, Cassie had now come to the forest. There she hears some strange sounds, due to which she gets scared. And then she comes back to her home. Here we see that both the sister and brother were keeping an eye on her. Meaning, they had found Cassie. After which Cassie goes to the bar, where she does not find those two friends. Just then the police officer comes there, and asks Cassie about those two friends. But Cassie replies, "I haven't seen them, but yes, I met them yesterday." Now the police officer gives Cassie his card, and says if you ever need help, you can call me. There we see Cassie's dad and her mom, who were at home. Someone knocks loudly at their door. The moment Cassie's dad opens the door, he sees a lot of blood near the door, which scares him. And then the two siblings come inside their house, and catch them. When Cassie comes home, she too gets scared after seeing blood on the door. She calls the police, but the network was not available there. She sees that someone had beaten her mom badly. Her condition was very bad, and she was tied to a chair. Then Cassie asks her mom, "Who put you in such a condition?" She tells, "That man is behind you." Then the brother among them catches Cassie. The sister on the other side, tries to target Cassie's dad by taking him to the forest, and placing an apple on his head. Cassie's dad tells her, "Look, if you want money, you can take it." But the sister says, No, we don't want money, we just want your meat. We will kill you and eat you, you are our food." Now she shoots at Cassie's dad, and aims directly at Apple. On the other hand, Cassie's mom asks that brother, "Why are you doing this to us?" To which he says, "Ask this to your daughter." Cassie tells them in frustration, that I had gone to their house just like that. I didn't know that he was a murderer. Now he leaves from there. After which Cassie's rope gets untied. She calls the police for help, and pretends to be tied to the chair again. After this, both the siblings now bring Cassie's daddy there. The police officer had also come there. He looks at the murderer brother standing outside. He says, "I had forbidden you not to harm those who are not of this town. You must leave them." Brother says, "How can I leave them like this? If you don't cooperate with us, I will give the videos of all your wrongdoings to the police. And don't say that you are our cousin." This means that the police officer was also associated with him, and was also his relative. Then we see that the sister hides behind, and shoots the police officer. Then his brother kills police officer with his weapon, takes him near the fire and roasts it. Meanwhile at home, Cassie's dad tries to free his wife. Just then the murderer's sister comes there and is about to shoot her dad, when Cassie's dad tries to catch her. But she attacks him with a knife. When his wife comes to save him, she attacks her too with a knife. Then Cassie comes there with her dad's gun, and shoots her in the hand. But the murderer's sister runs away through the window. She now comes to her brother, who was roasting and eating his own cousin, a police officer. The brother had also tied up Cassie's dad. The brother tells him that it is your turn next, your meat will also be very tasty. After which he sends his sister into the forest to find Cassie. As she goes to find Cassie, Cassie attacks her from behind and kills her with an axe. Then she goes to her brother. Casey shoots him with his big gun, causing him to fall into the fire and burn to death. This is how Cassie saved her mom and dad. Cassie's mom, who was badly injured, is taken to the hospital. After some time, she gets cured soon. They were all very happy, because now they had become a good family. Cassie's relationship with her stepmom was now completely fine. And this movie ends here.